Born Marion Morrison on an Iowa farm in 1907, John Wayne became one of America's most paradoxical heroes. Though he never served in World War II, he came to embody the spirit of American courage through his roles on screen. From the dusty trails of Stagecoach to the battlefields of countless war films, Wayne represented bravery at a time when audiences longed for heroes. Behind the legend, however, stood a family shaped by both privilege and pressure. Wayne fathered 7 children with 2 of his wives, and each of them carried the heavy weight of expectation. Growing up under the shadow of the Duke meant navigating fame, public scrutiny, and the challenge of finding an identity apart from their father's towering image. Over time, one thing became clear. John Wayne's fame could not shield his children from life's challenges. Each of them had to find their own path, often very different from their father's. So, which of his children managed to carry on his legacy? And how did they shape their lives in the shadow of America's most enduring cowboy? Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Number 7. Michael Wayne. Michael Anthony Morrison was born in 1934 as John Wayne's eldest son. Growing up, he knew that being John Wayne's son was not about riding horses or drawing guns. He had to make his own way. He started his career as a production assistant on The Quiet Man in 1951 and later rose to the position of president in his father's company, Bat Jack Productions. Though it sounded like a legacy handed to him, Harry Carey Jr. made it clear that Michael earned respect because he knew the business inside and out, not just because of his father. His first solo producing credit, McClintock, in 1963, proved the very skills Harry spoke of. Over the next 2 decades, he produced many of John Wayne's most notable films, including The Green Berets, Big Jake, and Chisholm. Known as a tough, disciplined producer, Michael earned respect on his own merits. After Duke's death, Michael became the steward of his father's legacy. He founded John Wayne Enterprises to manage his father's image and film rights, modeled after Disney, while carefully releasing projects to preserve their impact. He also co-founded the John Wayne Foundation and the John Wayne Cancer Institute, and with his wife Gretchen created the annual Odyssey Ball fundraiser. Later in life, Michael battled lupus and other health issues but remained committed to his work until his death in 2003. He is remembered as a loyal and dedicated producer who built his own identity in Hollywood. Number 6. Mary Antonia Tony Wayne LaCava. Born in Los Angeles on February 25, 1936, Mary Antonia Tony Wayne LaCava was the eldest daughter of John Wayne and Josephine Saenz. While growing up, Mary appeared briefly in 2 of her father's films, The Quiet Man in 1952 and The Alamo in 1960. But unlike some of her siblings, she never pursued acting. In 1956, she married Donald Leon LaCava, and together they raised 8 children. Among them, Brendan Wayne went on to continue the family's link to Hollywood, later gaining recognition for his contributions to The Mandalorian. Through her children, Tony's bond with her father's legacy remained alive. Tony was always family-oriented. After divorcing in 1981, she continued focusing on her children and grandchildren. Sadly, she died of lung cancer on December 6, 2000, at the age of 64. Yet she left something even more valuable behind, a family raised and rooted in dignity. Number 5. Patrick Wayne. Patrick John Morrison, better known as Patrick Wayne, was the second son of John Wayne and Josephine Saenz. He stepped into Hollywood at just 11 years old when he appeared as an extra in Rio Grande in 1950 and went on to feature in 10 of his father's movies, including classics like The Quiet Man, The Searchers, The Alamo, McClintock, and Big Jake. 10 movies gave him 10 chances to prove he was more than just John Wayne's son. While his connection gave him an early start, Patrick carved out his own identity as an actor. He starred in films such as The Young Land, Disney's The Bears and I, and cult favorites like Sinbad and The Eye of the Tiger and The People That Time Forgot in 1977. On television, he appeared in hit shows like Fantasy Island, Charlie's Angels, and Murder, She Wrote, and even hosted the 1990 revival of the game show Tic-Tac-Doe. Beyond the screen, Patrick carried forward the Wayne legacy in philanthropy. Much like his brother Michael, after Michael's death, he served as chairman of the John Wayne Cancer Institute. In 2015, Spain honored him with the Almeria Tierra de Cine Award in celebration of his career and heritage. Throughout his life, Patrick upheld John Wayne's cinematic legacy while building his own achievements in film, television, and public service. Number 4. Melinda Wayne Munoz. Mary Antonia. Melinda Wayne Munoz was the youngest child of John Wayne and Josephine Sayans. Though she briefly appeared as a child in The Quiet Man in 1952, she chose a life outside Hollywood. She often described her father as a man of honor who took genuine interest in her everyday life, and she cherished simply being his daughter. In 1964, Melinda married Gregory Robert Munoz, with whom she raised 5 children. Later, she became a grandmother to 14 and was remembered for her warmth, humor, and creativity. A devout Catholic, she was honored as a Dame of Malta and committed much of her time to volunteering. She worked with St. Anne's Home, taught natural family planning, and supported cancer research efforts through the John Wayne Cancer Foundation. She worked with quiet strength and compassion, grounded in faith and family values. Melinda passed away in 2022, leaving behind a legacy of love, laughter, and service. Number 3. Aissa Wayne, the eldest daughter of John Wayne and Pilar Palet. Aissa Wayne grew up close to the film world and made small on-screen appearances in The Alamo in 1960, McClintock, and Donovan's Reef. Unlike many of her siblings, after that early experience, she chose not to pursue acting, instead building a respected career in law. After earning her law degree, she became a criminal prosecutor in Los Angeles, handling over 500 cases and 50 jury trials before later practicing family law. Her legal career reflected the same discipline and determination as her father's screen persona. Alongside her profession, Aissa remained dedicated to preserving John Wayne's legacy. She served on the auxiliary board of the John Wayne Cancer Institute and the board of the John Wayne Birthplace and Museum, helping to expand cancer research and cultural preservation efforts. In 1988, during a custody dispute with her ex, Dr. Thomas Giannis, Aissa Wayne was attacked by gunmen. She survived but later struggled with trauma, seeking therapy and often visiting her father's grave for strength. That same year, she published a memoir about her father, offering a heartfelt and candid portrait of life with the legendary actor. Aissa is also the mother of 3 children, including Jennifer Wayne, a country music singer with the band Runaway June. Through both her legal achievements and her work in honoring her father's memory, Aissa has made quite an impact outside the Hollywood industry. Number 2. John Ethan Wayne. John Ethan Wayne is the youngest son of John Wayne and Pilar Palete, and first appeared on screen as a child in Big Jake in 1971, playing Little Jake alongside his father. After John Wayne's death in 1979, Ethan briefly worked as a stuntman with credits including The Blues Brothers in 1980 before returning to acting. He took on roles in both film and television, most notably playing Storm Logan on the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful from 1987 to 2003. Though he carried his father's screen presence into his own career, Ethan ultimately became best known for preserving and promoting the Wayne legacy. After the passing of his brother Michael in 2003, he assumed leadership of John Wayne Enterprises and the John Wayne Cancer Foundation. Through these roles, he has worked to expand the foundation's outreach in cancer research and education, while also managing his father's image and estate. Ethan often makes appearances at film festivals, charity events, and even on shows like Pawn Stars, where his expertise on his father's memorabilia is highly valued. In 2010, Ethan Wayne fell into a dispute with his sister Aissa and several grandchildren over Wayne Enterprises' value. According to Aissa and several grandchildren, their shares in John Wayne Enterprises were worth about $15.4 million, while Ethan Wayne, who managed the company, said it was closer to $10.7 million. The dispute was later settled, although the results were not made public. Overall, Ethan has led a life balancing his own path while honoring the enduring influence of his legendary father. Number 1. Marissa Wayne. Marissa Wayne, the youngest of all, chose a life outside Hollywood while still honoring her father's legacy. Although she appeared in documentaries such as 100 Years of John Wayne in 2007 and The Personal Property of John Wayne in 2011, she did not pursue acting as a career. Instead, she became an entrepreneur and health advocate. She co-founded Grit Cycle, a successful indoor cycling studio in Southern California. Grit Cycle not only grew into multiple locations, but also became known for its charity Karma Rides, raising funds for community and health causes. Marissa has also been a strong supporter of the John Wayne Cancer Foundation, helping raise awareness and funds for cancer research and education. Much like her siblings, she was also a philanthropist. Beyond her professional life, she is a devoted wife to Tony Dito and mother to their children. Marissa balances her professional and philanthropic roles while nurturing her family. And with this ends today's video. If you got enough nostalgia, don't forget to show some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.